Okay, I'm going to start getting deep. I'm going to go deep and I'm going to start to really try to help heal some sort of things that need healing. Yeah. Like, I'm going to do my own way, kind of like my own way, of healing the relationship in general between the church and the non-believers of the world. For the time being, I'm taking on a little bit of a project where I am going to try to help people understand one another and use this as a platform to discuss matters with one another. I think that'll work out great. So, what I've got in mind, I'm going to start opening up discussions and start having conversations in the comment sections. And yeah, I'm going to do videos and have people post their responses. And let me know if you have a video of your own that you make or have already made. We'll discuss that. It's going to be a little part-time project for the time being. But I really think it's going to get built on, and it might get pretty big. What I want to start with, now that I've introduced the idea, this topic, there is a lot of misunderstandings in the ways of how Christians see the world and how the world sees Christians, how the world sees Christ, and how the world sees God. There are many different Christian churches, and there are many denominations of Christianity, and I'm going to come right out and say it. I believe the church is very divided, but I believe in the book of John, chapter 3, when Jesus teaches Nicodemus, in order to see the kingdom of heaven, you must come through me, said Christ Jesus. Because Jesus later told his disciples he is the truth, the way, and the life. And the only way to God is through him, through Christ Jesus. That in order to see the kingdom of heaven, man must be born again. And Nicodemus was so surprised. He had no idea what Jesus was talking about. And Jesus marveled. Now, what that don't mean like he was, oh, wow, how impressed. No. Marveled. He was pissed. Jesus got angry with people a lot because they didn't listen, they didn't understand, and they're people. There's a topic I'm going to bring up real quickly, and I'm going to just move right on from this topic and back to what I was talking about. I believe that up in heaven, God knows how he created. He's all-knowing, but we are not. And so we have all these things we wonder, like God being all-knowing. Why does he allow a lot of the things he allows? Our lack of knowledge, our free will, our inability to humble ourselves by other means. That's huge. Some of the best ways to come to God, to get to know him. One of the biggest goals in our relationship with God is to gain humility. That's more of a standard, but it's the reason I say goal is because we always must achieve more humility, because we're never going to have too much, and we're always going to be challenged. Needing more humility is much more common than needing less. But so humility, prayer, and reading the Bible, the time you spend with God on your own. Prayer is talking to, listening to, thinking, meditating on God. And reading goes along with prayer. Praising God through music and worshiping Him through music. That is really good. You can do that by yourself. You can sing to Him what's on your heart. You can sing songs that people have written. And you can sing with other people in church, outside of church, on Christian music formats, on broadcast, podcast, radio, internet, CDs, whatever. There's so much we can do in order to get closer to God. One moment. I'm not quite sure what it was. I said something, and I have another phone here that, another iPhone that picked up the SIRI word from what I said. But anyhow, so, getting back to what I was saying, through prayer, praise, worship, and so forth, we connect with God. My late former pastor called it making that God connection when he called the worship team up, and so forth. But what I want to say is this healing process is to help heal the broken relationship between God and the church and the world of those who are yet to believe or who simply do not. And I basically want more people to get along. Not everybody's going to, and I know that. It's not my goal. I would love to be able to make that a goal. But simply, we're just going to be here to, in this project, whoever chooses to come along with me on this journey, it's just to help understand God better and grow closer to Him. It's for people who don't understand one another, Christians and non-believers, to grow closer to being at peace with one another and getting along. And besides that, it's just, I just want to specialize in this particular part of the journey, the getting along and making peace with one another, as it just makes sense. And I think it fits my personality pretty well to try to do so. I tend to be kind of a peacemaker, like maybe a Delta or Gamma personality. I think I'm a Gamma, which I never heard of. There's Alphas, Betas, Sigmas, Gammas, Deltas, and Omegas. I think those are the 6 personalities. But anyway, yeah. So wrapping things up here on this introduction, I just want to say that I'm very confident that many people will do better for this, and I think it's going to help a lot. I've wanted to do this for years, and I'm finally doing it. So, if you have interest in learning more about God and getting to know God more, I hope on this topic I can help, because it's really simple stuff. Communication skills, very human. We talk to and listen to one another, learn each other's points of view, and where we differ, we learn how to keep that from being a problem in a nutshell. We will just work on ways to get along, understand people who don't agree with us, understand people who we don't agree with. In other words, either side will have a point that the other side will not agree with, and we need to come to terms with these disagreements, and also to realize that in Christianity, many churches teach different things, doctrines, like the basic structure of the teachings. And basically, I believe born-again Christianity, it's right there in the Bible, in John chapter 3, and the book of Acts chapter 2, and so forth. And so I think we should all, well, I'm going to come from the point of view of someone who is born again, and I'm going to stay with that best I can. And those who are of other points of view, understand each other best you can. Take care. God bless.